where should I start at?
Go from the beginning of the exposition.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay.
Can I try the first movement again?
Sure. The whole first movement?
Yeah, that was like really bad.
Let's just get the expo. Or do you want to shut up the introduction as well?
I mean, can I do both?
Okay.
I'll do the expo if you want.
Yeah, let's just do that. We're running out of time. I don't want to keep you till like 9:30.
I'll start like farther into it. Like,
perfect. Okay. Always better the second time. How'd that go?
I was really disappointed because like I feel like I put preparation in and then it didn't happen.
Is this the first time you've done 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of little details. This rhythm is really nasty. There's a lot of stuff to trip you up, right? This is one that looks like, oh good, we're doing Beethoven 7, but it's out to get you. A lot of ways.
Well, it's not that it's too difficult. It's just like what happened in my like preparation, like the practice room, like didn't come through.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It happens to the best of us. Absolutely. Good. I think let's just take a quick grand tour.
Yep.
Starting from the expo, I think that stroke could come off. I think it should come off the string.
Okay.
In much the same way as the second movement. Almost the same stroke, just with more forte to it. I think it needs to leave the string to get more resonance. You're a little too on, and it's legato. I think to blend it with 8 basses, you're going to need more pop to that. Think more timpani roll than string section in that situation.
Okay.
I think some of these ending quarters, were a little short. Could just have a little more love in the left hand as well. A little more ending those phrases with vibrato would be really nice. Going into the exposition, be really careful about your pickups. Right, 16th notes are very snappy. Da da, right? Da-dum, bum, 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 then we get different. Then we go to 8th note pickups. There needs to be a really clear difference between 16th and 8th. Right? That was the big detail coming into the beginning of this. Sforzando piano, yeah. Immediately come back, and hide those second and third notes as much as you can. I know it's impossible because they're so close together, but try to make as much of the piano as you can. Going forward, there's more 16th notes accents turning into ace. The bass rhythm was good. It's a little bit vertical. It's a little bit more Amsterdam. It could lean a little bit more forward. It's a little bit on the downbeats, and it could just fall forward a little harder. 100. Careful of your dynamic change in 100. I know you've seen it, but it was just not where it could have been this time. Going into the development, 250, not quite that long. It was a little too much this time. Just think of putting a little bit of extra. Just don't cut that one short, in a sense. Like you've already been doing very good in the ones that didn't have rests. They just snuck one in from the exposition into development, right?
Yep.
Right in 250. Bum, ba-dum, bum, dun, 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 and then it's immediately back to the articulation you were using. Just don't overthink it. Just make that first note a little longer. Same idea. Towards the end, after I, the higher you go in the left hand, the longer you have to get in the right hand. It's a constant for all bass playing. Just as you move up the string, you gotta get longer in the bow, right? In some of these arpeggios, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. It's a distribution problem. It's a distribution nightmare in a lot of ways because you have the same bowing, which is inherently kind of uneven. That's a silly end, but you're changing range all the time. So it's really, this part is really out to get you in that sense of you really have to lengthen out when you get to the top, and you really have to shorten up when you come to the bottom. It's really quite difficult. But to get the most out of it, you're going to want to be careful there. Second movement, I think, was under tempo, which I think is why you're getting issues with the 16th note stroke, which again, kind of similar probably to the first movement, a little quicker. You'll be able to pop that off the string and have it a little bit more air under those notes. Bum, 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 bum. Right? Dun, 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 dun. It's gotta like kind of scurry in that way. Yeah, that was my big comment for the second movement. Is just from a stroke standpoint, I think it needs to come off, which I think means it needs to go just a little bit faster. And then in the third movement, I think those quarters also need to come off. You have to think longer at the top because you have the same problem. Higher equals longer, but I think that stroke needs to come off all the time. There's got to be space in between those, right? Anybody else have thoughts?
Just in general. What fingerings are you doing for the third page? Third excerpt. Are you doing what's in the book or something different?
Which one?
The third excerpt. Are you doing what's in the book or something different?
No, I'm doing something different. So I'm basically staying up here the whole time.
Yeah.
I think my fingering is good there, but
Yeah.
I wasn't 100% sure what fingering you did. I was just thinking if you, I don't know, it's stuff like this where I try and always make like, you might be doing it already,
The
but
16th.
I try and make it always one no shift on that at all, and that makes it like a lot.
Yeah, the
easier.
fastest part of the bar is the part. So bum and then shift. Da-dum should be
Like
together.
I'll do like 4/4.
Yeah,
I'll do stuff like that as long as I can get
Da-dum,
yeah.
da-dum. So that the 16th and the 8th are together in the left hand.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
exactly.
then I think you could like play the same speed you did without like making it so compressed. I think you may have mentioned that kind of like just
what do you
like
mean by compressed?
I don't know. It's like you were kind of staying in the same tempo, but it was like kind of wanting to go forward because you weren't letting like counting the like not counting the rest, but you weren't giving the rest enough space. And I think that if you give the space and the rest, that makes like it a lot easier to get the clarity on the rest of the notes.
So you like shorter bow? What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean just.
The 16th rests and the bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum, the shorter ones, or
I mean just all over really like.
or the bigger ones in between sections.
No, the 16th rest.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, that stuff. And yeah, just articulating like with the bow right after that.
Yeah.